Hello there, family. I didn't see you there. And welcome back to another edition of Crenshaw Corner. As always, I am Sanchez Crenshaw, and I am joined by my BFF, the most wonderful person I know, the bumblebee to my Optimus Prime.
The bumblebee?
The bumblebee.
Oh, what up, family? What is going on? I am Angela Crenshaw, guys.
That's my wife, family.
What is going on, family? How are you doing?
That's my wife, family.
What's going on, babe?
Nothing much, wonderful. How are you?
I'm good. I'm sorry. I got cut off when you was talking, and I happened to look down and saw Donna Summers on this album cover. Is that what this is?
I'm coming up. Yeah, that's Donna Summers.
Okay,
she's in my record collection.
So,
The anthology.
Donna Summers, a love.
Oh, yeah.
A
Love Trilogy.
Trilogy.
Donna Summers.
Let's try me. I know we can make it. Try me. I know we can make it. I want to know, why was songs named so long? Look, I don't went down a rabbit hole. I'm sorry, y'all.
Because
Hold on.
they have to have meaning.
Prelude to Love.
Songs
Could It
had
Be
meaning.
Magic. Wasted. Come With Me. Accompanied by the Munch Machine. My God.
Okay, so
Okay.
family, what's going on for those who are totally unaware is that I've started a record collection.
Okay.
So right now I have about like a true record collection, not a CD collection. I took it back to vinyls.
He did. I just happened to look
Call,
down and was like, really?
call me a
Donna
hipster if you
Summers?
want to. But over Father's Day, I was blessed with a record player.
You was.
And so I started I was blessed with a record player and my very first album in my record
From
collection
your grandbaby.
from my baby
Your grandbaby. Boo-boo.
was Amy
My boo.
Winehouse, Back to Black. Played it as soon as I got it. So which made me start a record collection. So I'm up to like 30 vinyls right now.
Yo.
30, 31. And one of them is Donna Summers.
I'm sorry. I know you haven't even didn't whatever.
I haven't done the housekeeping.
You
I haven't thanked the family yet. I've done nothing.
It just, her hairstyle threw me off.
Is that what it was?
But just go ahead.
That's that 70 disco look. So
let me look at it again.
you want to look at it again?
Oh,
I'm saying though.
MG.
Donna Summers.
There is so much eyeshadow.
It's the 70s disco look.
Ooh.
Every good collection has to have at least one
Hey.
Donna Summers. You got to have at least one.
That is her song, right?
I Will Survive.
Uh-huh.
I think so.
Oh, but it felt bad.
I don't know.
Okay.
Actually, I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I know Donna Summer songs, but I don't know.
No.
Because remember,
I was afraid. I was petrified.
and I think that may be Gloria Gaynor.
Look that up. No, I don't think that's Gloria Gaynor.
No, I think I Will Survive is Gloria Gaynor.
Are we sure?
I don't know.
Ooh.
I could be
I thought
wrong.
that was Donta.
I thought it was Donna Summers too, but I'm like because I started singing that tune. I think when I was singing it,
Ooh, now I'm nervous.
I think I might have been wrong.
I feel bad here, people.
I don't know. It could be.
Judge me not.
No, I'm
Judge
just
me
saying.
not.
So
Gentle
we're looking
Savior.
for what is
I
it?
Will Survive.
I Will Survive.
Uh-huh.
Gloria Gaynor. I was right. I was right. That's Gloria Gaynor.
So what did Donna Summer sing?
I got a record down there. There's some songs.
No, but
So,
it's something I know because
what is Donna
We sorry,
Summers?
y'all. We coming. We coming.
Donna Summers.
Hit.
Let's do most popular. Most popular
Song.
Let's do that.
I'm sorry, family. Give me a minute. I need to know.
I Feel Love, Hot Stuff. Last Dance.
That's it.
Last Chance
for
Love. That's
I got
it.
Hey.
That's it.
This is your last chance. Romance tonight.
That's it right there. Yeah, that's it right there.
Got it. Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry,
But we were
Gaynor
so
lady.
Sorry, Donna.
Y'all. Sorry, Donna.
But
Sorry.
anyway.
Anywho, we're going to try it again.
Yeah, so we got so off track.
Okay, do
that's
it again.
your fault. You can't even blame me for that
Okay,
one.
go ahead. Do it again. Go ahead.
So,
go for it.
new listeners. So, family,
Hey,
first
guys.
of all, as always, guys, thank you for joining us.
Much.
Thank you for being a part of this.
We are a legitimate podcast.
We
for
are a
real,
legitimate
guys.
podcast.
We are.
We
I
actually do
promise.
talk about something sometimes.
We do.
We warn everybody, though, we will go down a rabbit hole very quickly.
Her hair threw me off, y'all. I'm sorry. Go ahead, baby. Finish.
So,
Finish that.
family, for our new listeners, once again, thank you guys
Thank
for
you, guys.
joining us. Thank you for listening.
Yes.
However you found us, whether
Thank you,
it's via
you.
iTunes, whether it's on Podbean, whether it's Spotify, whether it's Google Play Music,
Yes.
whether it's iHeartRadio, or if you're
Yes.
listening via our own personal website at www.thecrenshawcorner.com. We thank you guys for being a part of this. For our returning family members, returning family members.
Come on now.
We thank you guys for sticking with us. We've had some day one listeners, and we appreciate you guys.
Like, my goodness.
Yeah, it's really, all jokes aside, it's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
The reception we've received, the love we've received. The regular listeners that we have, we just thank you guys for being
so
a part.
Much. And we just asking that y'all bring aluminum foil,
bring some aluminum foil. This is the cookout. Bring aluminum foil,
so you can take something with you.
There you go. Because here's the thing about this podcast: we always want you to take something with you when you come.
Take something with you.
We consider ourselves an interactive podcast.
Yes.
What that means is that we're on the socials. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. All under Crenshaw Corner. And then also you can email us at thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com. Once again, thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com. And as always, just family, just from the bottom of our hearts, we truly do thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys. We love you so much.
So, babe, what's going on?
And again, like Wednesday, I'm going to say it again for Friday. We now have a social media manager.
Yeah, so
that we can really be social media-less.
Yeah, we actually talked about this on a midweek moment. So if you haven't listened, why? Go and listen.
What's up with y'all?
That episode was actually entitled "Rest Well," and once you listen to it, once you listen to it, you'll understand.
Rest after they listen to that. Like,
I'm just saying.
I don't even want to rest.
So once you actually listen to it, the title will make sense of "Rest Well." But we did talk about that. We had to, unfortunately, family. We're honest with you. We're transparent. We don't hold any punches.
Whatever.
We don't pull any punches here.
Whatever.
So we had an employee of the Crenshaw Corner who was severely underachieving.
What was her name?
We can't do that. Really not going to do that. That would be so unprofessional. If we just put out, people who've been fired, if we just put out their information.
What's her name? Angela Crenshaw?
That would be so unprofessional.
I just asked her name, Angela Crenshaw.
You're not going to get me to do that, okay? That would be so unprofessional. What I won't do is give her name, but I will give her initials. Her initials are Angela Crenshaw. So she was released from her duties. Why
was she released, though?
Because she could not meet any of the basic expectations of her position.
Just put something on the social media.
Just something. Put a post. Put a video. Put a word. Do something.
But some stuff got out there.
Yeah, but you know why?
Why, baby?
Because the producer, the creator, the person, the engineer, the person that does all that.
Yeah.
They also had to handle the social media.
That's crazy.
So that's how stuff was getting out there.
You know what the beautiful part is how we have a whole team. We have a team that's doing this.
We do now. Because initially the team was me.
Me and you.
You was just talent.
Oh, you know what? We're not going to do this again. But now we have a social media manager.
Yeah, we have a social media manager.
Who knows her stuff. So starting next week, you'll see more stuff because she knows her stuff.
We will be more engaged on the socials. We will be more engaged on Twitter.
She don't
on
like
Facebook,
us.
On Instagram.
She don't like us. She don't even understand what happened. Like, why we don't got nothing doing nothing.
I'm with her too. I don't understand. So since we're having a company meeting right now.
Is this what this is?
Since
okay,
we're
so the family is the board.
Yeah.
Okay.
So since we're having a company meeting right now. Go ahead with the company
meeting.
I don't understand either.
What don't you understand?
You are the true embodiment of you only had one job. You are that meme. You only had one job. I wasn't asking you to produce the show. I wasn't asking you to edit the show. I wasn't asking you to post the show. None of that.
None of it. You weren't.
The only thing I asked you to do was because you're on social media all the time. So I was like, bae, handle the social media.
Is that how you said it?
Yeah.
You sound so defeated right now.
Because right now I am. Right now I am.
You sound so defeated.
Right now, let me tell you exactly how I feel.
You feel defeated.
Let me tell you how I feel.
Go ahead.
I feel like Charlie Brown. I feel like Charlie Brown and you were Lucy and Instagram was the football.
Always got these
And
scenarios.
every
Go
time
ahead.
I think we're on the same page, and you gonna let me kick this football, and you gonna put something on social media. You snatch it away, and I fall flat on my behind.
I had good intentions.
The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Well, this is the thing. It doesn't matter anymore because we hired somebody. We got somebody. They great. They're great. You don't even have to. So next week,
Okay.
you don't have to worry about nothing
Okay.
no more. Player.
You talking a good game.
I'm just saying.
But if
I'm
I gotta,
just saying.
but if I gotta put another advertisement out, if I gotta start accepting resumes again,
Oh my gosh.
is all I'm saying.
I'm just saying. I'm a great
So,
person. I'm a
we
great
gon-
person.
You are a great person.
Thank you.
I cannot take that away from you. I will not take that away from you.
Thank you very much,
You
sir.
are a great person.
Thank y'all.
You are a magnificent person.
Hallelujah.
You just suck when it comes to social media.
Listen. Okay. Meeting adjourned.
Okay, now you want to adjourn the meeting?
Meeting adjourned. Meeting adjourned. Okay, so let me tell you what happened today, babe.
What happened today?
Okay, so I went to the supermarket and
Dangerous proposition.
huh?
That's a dangerous proposition. You going to the supermarket?
I did, but I went to Food Lion.
Okay.
I love Food Lion. Food Lion has great deals.
For those who are not in our local area, Food Lion is a local supermarket in our area.
Yes, my mom called it the Lion King.
She called it Lion King.
Can you take it to the Lion King?
Lion
I
King.
said, Ma, what?
Ain't no king
Ain't
in that
no
name.
king in
It's
that, but
Food
let's.
Lion.
But
She called it Lion King.
Wait a minute. Wasn't at one point didn't Food Lion have a tiger as their?
They've never had a tiger
Okay, I'm making that up.
because the name of the supermarket is Food Lion.
Yeah, but I mean, so they had a lion. Okay, that's right. Okay, never mind.
I really just had to give you that dull look.
You did. But anywho,
So
anyway,
yeah, baby, the name of the supermarket is Food Lion.
No, it's Food Lion.
So they had a tiger as their mascot. They sure did. His name was Tony. He walked around saying it's great.
I meant to say a lion. You're not gonna let me be great tonight. Okay,
Is you gonna be great?
I'm gonna be great. Okay, thank you very much, sir.
But yes.
Today is a great day to be great.
But yes, and it actually still is. Their mascot is, their logo or whatever is a lion.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But anyway, it's one of my favorite stores.
Hence the name Food Lion.
Don't do that again.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
But you were in Food Lion spending money.
No, I didn't go in Food Lion. I was outside in the car.
You outside in the car.
And I was thinking about my mom. And
Hey, mommy.
hey, Mom, I had to call her to apologize.
Again?
Again, I tell you guys when I have to apologize to my mom a lot for a lot of stuff. So I had to call her to
You be
apologize.
wronging mommy.
I be wronging her. I had to call and apologize to her for being judgmental, for being harsh, for thinking I know everything, and just the way I handled her. And I say that because now that we have a grandson,
Right.
and he is like our everything.
He is
Like,
everything.
That is having a grandkid is a kind of love that you don't even know until you have one.
Yeah, I can understand how you can actually love your grandchild more than you love your children.
Yeah,
I can understand
It's just
that.
an easy. It's an easy transition.
Easy transition.
It was so seamless. It was
Yeah.
like we didn't even have kids. We didn't even have any more. And the reason why, because when I was younger, I used to be, my brother has 7 children, and then I have 4. And so I watch my mother and my dad do so much for the grandkids.
Yeah.
Like my mom put my nephew through private school,
Yeah.
tutoring, put the girls in private school, just all the things that she. And I used to be so mad. Like, Mom, they have healthy a mother and father. They're not like out of their lives and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And
They have 2 very active parents.
active parents who are active. I mean, like my brother and their mom is active parents. Or they would come live with it. Just all kinds of crazy stuff that I just totally disagree with. And I used to just get on. I had my own kids, and of course she was good to my kids too. But I just thought she was just doing too much to the detriment of being maybe broke,
Right.
or going over and above, or I felt like not giving the parents the opportunity to
Overstepping her bounds.
her bounds.
Right.
And just doing too much. I'm like, that's your retirement money that you're spending or whatever. Oh, but then I got blessed.
And then we had a grandson.
And we had a grandson. He only 3 months. He has taken over.
Yeah. And he just turned 3 months.
He just turned 3 months. 3 months Sunday. He has taken over. I can easily see how easy it is to make sure that that little human being is taken care of, even if his parents are
Right.
on point or whatever the case is. I could easily see if they don't got something and he wanted, just giving it to him.
Just giving it to him.
Just giving it to him. Like, we don't need y'all. You know?
I'm already planning his Christmas as we speak.
Yeah, we just talked about his Christmas.
It's July. I'm already planning his Christmas.
Exactly. He has his own bank account. Since the day he was born, he has his own bank account. He has his own money. He had his money way before he even was born.
Come Christmas, he won't even be old enough to open his own gifts.
But
it doesn't even matter.
It don't even matter. And so we just, and I had to apologize. And I told my mom, I called today, and I was like, please. She was like, well, what's wrong with you? I said, please forgive me for being very judgmental and harsh, because I'm the type of person, not only do I think it,
you say it.
but I say it.
Yeah.
And I say it how I think it, and so it can come off really, really harsh or aggressive. And so.
That kind of.
Well, it did.
Yeah,
and I
aggressive.
apologized to her. I said, I just did not understand what you and Dad were doing.
So what's the moral of the story?
The moral of the story is that I apologize, and be careful how you judge people if you haven't been in that situation.
Yeah.
And so that's what we wanted to talk about today.
Being judgmental?
Be judgmental. Because what I've watched happen, and what brought this all to even not only just apologizing to my mom, but being judgmental for shoes that you never even had walked in before, and you just think you know everything, you know? And just recently, I saw something with one of my girlfriends put on Facebook, and she was saying, be kind. Be kind to people. Don't be so judgmental, because right now, there's this big thing about you're not a good parent if you send your children back to school.
Right.
And then there's another one where you're not a good parent because you're trying to homeschool your kids so they're going to be socially awkward. So there's this thing going on. So this is a huge, big judgmental thing that's going on about who's right and who is wrong. And the fact of the matter, be kind. Either decision that the parents make is going to be a difficult decision. It doesn't matter.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
I'm actually glad you actually brought. Once again, family, I have no idea what the topic is until I get to the microphone. And then my beautiful wife starts talking, and then we take it from there. Mm-hmm. But I'm actually really glad you kind of brought up this conversation. I don't think we ever were actually going to talk about it, but since you kind of brought it up, this kind of reminds me of Will and Jada, the situation you're talking about right now. And the reason I say that is because
we only gonna do itty bitty.
Yeah, I'm not.
Touch this topic.
I'm not getting into it at all.
Not touching this topic.
But what I am gonna say is, it's amazing to me how everybody has an opinion.
Yeah.
And I get it, regardless of...
We're a world of opinionators.
Yeah. And regardless of, okay, because somebody going to say, well, they put it in public. And once you put it in public, once you put it out there, I can say what I want to say. Yeah. Yes and no. But it's amazing how it's not your relationship. Mm-hmm. Even if you've been in a relationship, you've never walked through their shoes.
Right.
You've never been in their relationship.
Right.
And yet, everybody has something to say about how they handle it, what they're doing, right or wrong. And it's amazing how everybody has an opinion.
Yeah.
Everybody, like you said, everybody is so judgmental. And we don't even have to take it that far. Let's not even take it to that atmosphere.
Yeah.
Everybody has that family member that they just have something to say about.
Yeah.
That everything they do, you critique. Everything they say, you got something to say. You always, and as you say, I'm doing it in love. Because if I don't do it, who will? But who tasked you?
I'm keeping it 100.
That's the favorite line.
Ooh, I'm keeping it 100.
I'm just keeping it real.
100. Keep it real.
But who asked you to? Because my question is this. If I start keeping it 100 about your life, what am I going to find? Because the crazy part, taking it biblical for a moment, taking it back to when Jesus was, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not a Bible scholar like you, but then when he was in the temple and they was trying to trip him up, and they brought in the woman, the adulterer, and they threw her on the ground before Jesus, and they said, per law, she was found as an adulterer. She was found in the act of adultery. So by law, we're supposed to stone her.
Right.
And I'm paraphrasing. what say you? Jesus didn't respond. He just he kneeled down in the dirt and started writing. And they just kept saying, what say you? What say you? And Jesus simply said, he without sin allowed them to cast the first stone. And everybody started going away till only two people were left, Jesus and the lady.
He said, woman, where are your accusers?
Where are your accusers? And the reason I bring up that story is because we're all out here like we've never sinned. We're all out here like we've never made a mistake, like we've never misspoken, like we've never done anything wrong.
We've never judged people.
We're all out here like that, and we're so quick to look at somebody else's life and say, well, you're doing this wrong. And like you said, we were guilty of that because we both did it.
Yeah.
We both had arguments with our parents.
Oh, like what in the world?
Why are you spending all this money? Why are you doing this? Let their parents do something.
Right, exactly.
Why are you overextending yourself? Being in their pocket in their bank account. And now I'm like, I wish somebody would tell me what to do with my poo.
Yeah.
I wish you would tell me what I can and cannot do for him.
Yeah, exactly. And I think when we think that we know, but we don't know unless we walked in the shoes. And to be honest, even then you don't know.
And then you still don't know
because it's not your experience. And the goal was, people are being so unkind right now in reference to this whole going back to school situation. Like some people like really being mad at other mothers who are saying, I don't want to do that. They was like, so you're gonna have social awkward kids. You're not, saying stuff like, well, they've been going to public school, so now you're taking them away from their friends, like all this idea.
Yeah.
And then you got the other parents who are saying, who are not, and saying you're being so unresponsible. They can get sick. Irresponsible. They can get sick. They can, are you parenting well? Are you thinking this through? Or are you only thinking about yourself because you have to go back to work? And when she put that up, I was like, my God, we have to be kind and say, either way, I understand that this is going to be a hard decision.
No matter what.
Whichever way you choose, no matter what you do, it's going to be a hard decision. But I know that we have a tendency of judging people with things that we don't know. Do you remember a time where you've judged and you just judged it? Not even this time with mom, because of course, again, I apologize for that because that was ridiculous. But you remember a time where you just judged?
Yeah, I've done it many times in my life. Go back
one that really stick out to like whoa, I may need to apologize for that.
Go back for a moment. It's crazy how people are saying, you don't put your kids in school, they're going to be socially awkward. I spent 13 years in public school, and every kid in there was socially awkward. So it doesn't matter whether you're homeschool or public school. Every kid is socially awkward because they're kids.
You're kids. You're just awkward people. Yeah. They're just awkward.
No, I remember a time when I was in mortgage where it was this particular manager. They were not my manager, not yet anyway. But I'd heard so much about this person from other people that I disliked this person.
Yes.
I had never had a conversation with this person. They had never managed me. I had never had a run-in with this person.
Right.
But because I was listening to everything else that everybody had to say about this person,
right.
And I judged this person by what I heard, and I started disliking this person.
It's easy.
To the point of when I actually got on their team, we had a run-in when I first got on their team. I mean, it wasn't bad, but we had a sit down.
But there was no need for you to even have it.
It was no need because, once again, they didn't manage me. I had not talked to this person, but I had heard so much that I prejudged this person. I already made them a bad person. One of the best bosses I ever had at the mortgage company.
And that's not having your own,
be honest, not having your own thought process
about it. Not, just taking somebody else's word for it, or just looking on the outside, looking in, and thinking that you're able to tell somebody what to do.
For me, also, and this has always been the case, but it seems like more now. It's more this way more now than ever, and maybe because with the pandemic and more people are kind of compartmentalized and more people on social media, whatever. But it seems like more than ever, we're so concerned by somebody else's thought process.
Yes.
We're so concerned what somebody else is going to think
Yes.
about us, and so concerned about somebody else's feelings or opinion about us that we gauge a lot of what we do.
Right.
We are the like generation.
Yeah.
You know, everything we do now is for the likes.
Yes. Please press like.
You know,
Press like, y'all. Press like and press subscribe and share.
You know, and
what?
that's really, and everything is gotta have the right pictures to get the right likes. Gotta have the right, you know, my kids gotta do the right thing to get the right likes. I gotta say the right thing. I gotta post the right picture, you know, certain way with a certain lighting, you know, holding a certain fruit, you know, with a certain book. I don't read, but I got the certain book. You know, I ain't read a book since 1932, but I got 14 books on my desk, positioned just the right way.
Looking very educated. My brother looking
with
educated.
some glasses that ain't got lenses in them.
But you're looking educated.
But I'm looking educated because we're doing so much for the likes, and then what happens is that we're creating a generation that's being afraid of being different.
Yeah. And judging each other.
And judging each other. Yeah.
One of the funniest things for me right now is the judging of who wears a mask and who doesn't wear a mask. Right?
Yeah.
Right now, everybody has to wear a mask because, of course, we know the regulation rules, so we know why. But it's so funny that, you know, we had to have a bedazzle mask, and we got to have your favorite team mask, and
I gotta have I saw one. It was literally a Louis Vuitton mask.
Yeah, we just masking out here, and then. You know, and then there's people out here that's like, I just need to wear a bandana, or I just need to wear a scarf, and I'm saying this because right now we're judging people. Some people genuinely, not that they don't, and I want everybody to wear masks, to be honest, but there are some people who literally cannot breathe in this mask, you know, and they're not out there just, so it's one of those things like, some people saying, "Well, I can't breathe in the mask, so that's why I'll wear it." But I'm not for wearing the mask. And then it becomes this judgment thing. Well, you don't want the state that you live in to be better. You're more part of the problem than you are the solution. Like little stuff like that. You don't even ask any. We don't even ask people's thought processes anymore. We just assume if they're not doing what we want to do, they're wrong.
We don't consider anymore.
No, we don't consider.
We are not a society of consideration anymore.
No, and kindness.
And
anymore.
kindness.
Yeah.
One thing you just said, and you know how my mind works. And family, you're learning how my mind works. And it's actually going to be the title of this particular episode.
Okay, I'm scared.
It's going to be, okay. Do you remember back in the day, there used to be these places you could go that you can rent movies?
To my Blockbuster, baby.
There you go.
I'm so mad at you right now that you even said that.
Okay, so young people, there's these things that's called VHS tapes.
Come on, somebody.
Okay, if you're not sure what it is,
for a long time that Blockbuster's trying to get a movie.
if you're not sure what it is, ask your grandmother. She'll tell you.
Ask your mama. You ain't gotta go that far.
Some of these mamas out here, they're only 22.
You know what I'm mad at you, but go ahead. We
So-
just teasing y'all. Relax.
So what happened was is that one of the things, their motto at Blockbusters was, be kind, rewind.
Right.
Remember that? And that's what I want to tell people now is be kind, rewind.
Okay.
And here's what I mean by rewind. I need you to go back in your memory before you became that thing that you are, that you feel like you can be judgmental to somebody else. I want you to go back in your memory bank when you were awkward. I want you to go back in your memory bank when somebody mistreated you and all you were looking for was some kindness. And somebody actually gave it to you.
Right.
So when I say be kind, rewind, I need you to rewind your memory.
Yeah.
Because you wasn't always Miss Thing. You didn't always have everything put together. You didn't always have the best clothes, the best job, the best family. You didn't always have that.
Right.
At some point in your life, I don't care what your economical situation is. I don't care what your social situation is. At some point in your life, something wasn't going right.
Right.
Either you were not sure about yourself, you had insecurity, something in your life wasn't going right. And I want you to remember how you felt when those things were going wrong and somebody just showed you a random act of kindness.
And I think when I went back and thought about how harsh I was to my mom about something I didn't even understand.
And actually something that didn't even have anything to do with me.
And that's one of the thing about the reason why we bringing up judgment, because a lot of times half the stuff that you got your judgment about majority of the time, it has nothing to do with you. But right now, as I'm watching social media, and there's so much judgment going on right now. So many people got so much to say. I need that same energy that you're using for your life. That same energy to be your best you, to be kind and to be good to people. Because I just gotta get off social. I mean, like, people are like mean. Like, I'm like just judging all over the place, and I'm like, and then what it did for me is made me feel and understand that I had did that as well.
Yeah.
And that's what made me apologize to my mom and realize that I've done that the majority of my life, judging people by thinking they should do something a certain way, even with our own children. Like them wanting, I remember the hardest thing for our baby son is when he wanted to dance, and his brothers was like, "We're a sports family.
Yeah,
we don't dance."
They so talk bad about him when he first wanted to dance.
You know, until they saw him on TV, and it was like, you serious about that now? You're so serious about it. Or the fact that even with my daughter, just judging her like, hey, babe, you know, you need to do A, B, C, D, even though this is the way you like to dress. I feel as a young lady and trying to do this, you should dress this way, but it wasn't her personality.
It wasn't her style.
It wasn't her style, but yet I judge her style by my style. And we're not on the same age length.
What's crazy to me is that we've gotten to a place of judging and being judgmental so much. I could post a picture of a dolphin on social media and just talk about how much I love dolphins. And somebody gonna get in the comments and start talking about, well, what about the turtles? Well, what about the sea turtles that's dying because of plastic? And it's gonna go from there. Well, what about the zoos?
Yes.
That's have these animals captured and not. Yeah. And it's like, all I said was I like dolphins.
But that's what we're doing.
It's crazy because I see it all the time.
And we're feeding into it.
Yeah, because what's crazy, what I'm learning is that the majority, and it's not everybody. It's, once again, we're talking in general. We're talking in general terms. Yeah. We're not talking about everybody.
Don't email us.
I mean, you can. It's not going to go well for you, but you can. What's crazy is that, like, it seems like nobody likes positivity.
Like something happened.
Yeah, okay. This is me. I'm going to go off on a tirade just for a moment. I'm going to go off on a rant.
Go.
Just for a moment.
Just for a moment.
And I'm going to go off on a sports rant. I am one of the people who believe that LeBron James is the greatest basketball player ever.
Okay.
That's my belief. I'm in that camp. That no other player, I don't care win percentages, I don't care how many rings, I don't care any of that. I believe that LeBron James is one of the greatest players ever. Not one of, but the greatest players ever to play the game. Better than Mike, better than Kobe.
You know people about to pass out
better
now.
Than all of them. But what happens is, now understand what we have with this gentleman, okay? Let's just run down LeBron James just for a moment. LeBron James came from a single family. His father growing up was never in his life. He came from one of the poorest sections of Akron, Ohio.
Okay.
At some points in time in his life, he was homeless. His mother struggled. He went to school. From high school, because he didn't go to college, he went straight from high school to the pros.
Okay.
Now, throughout his entire life, he's never been arrested. He's been with the same woman since high school. Married with a family.
Okay.
Never been in a scandal about cheating. Never been in a scandal about drugs. Never been in a scandal about anything unlawful. A pillar of his community. Has built a school. Has built homes in that school.
Still doing it.
Has helped so many kids go to college. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think the number is somewhere around almost 100 kids, if not a little more, that he's helped get into college or put through college.
Right.
But everything we talk about when it comes to LeBron is negative. If you ever read any post on LeBron,
right.
If you ever read anything about LeBron, anytime somebody says anything positive, one positive comment, there are 42 negative comments. Well, he's this, but what about this? But what about this? I'm like, why can't we just be positive?
Why can't we just be kind? Why can't we just let it be what it is.
Just what it is.
What it is.
Whether or not you agree, because in the things they do, which is crazy, is because they don't attack his ability on the court. They attack the man, which is crazy to me because, okay, if you give me basketball things that you don't like LeBron about, okay, we can have that conversation.
Right.
But they attack this man's character, who this man is. They attack the man. And I'm trying to figure out, as a society, how do we get there? How do we get to the point where nothing can be good? We have to judge and tear down everything. How do we get there? Because that's what I'm seeing a lot of. And once again, talking in general terms, not talking about everybody.
Just talking about what's going on right now that we
see. But what I see is, how did we get to the point where the only thing we want to see, and it's not, and because there's still good in people, there's still good in the world, but the only thing we want to see is the negative. The only thing we want to do is to judge. The only thing we want to do, like we started the podcast with, I want to give you my opinion on something that has nothing to do with me.
That's personal to you. It's nothing to me, but I want to give you my opinion because I feel that you're not doing it correctly or you're not doing it right. And I think that's the part that's been bothering me the most when I do look at social media, when I talk to my friends, and this whole debate about school and debate about masks, and we just debating. And the thing was, it just blew my mind because she was like, can't we just be kind and be like, okay, I hope this works out for you. I know it must be hard, to go with what you're going through. There's so many people, right now that's dealing with depression that we're seeing. A lot of people dealing with depression right now. And people saying stuff like, well, you make too much money to be depressed. Come on, now get over it. Does it take all that? It's these things that I'm seeing, and I'm like, guys, can we not just be kind? Can we not just hear people's heart? We don't have to ever agree. We can agree to disagree, but still in kindness. You know what I'm saying? Still be good to people. Where is that at right now?
How do we get to everybody has to be right? Because I see that a lot as well. The reason you shouldn't take your kids to school and you should homeschool is because I think that's what you should do and I'm right, and we can't have this conversation because if you disagree with me, you're wrong and I'm right.
I don't know. And
it's crazy because, like you just said,
ideas.
Why can't we get to the point again where we agree to disagree?
Exactly.
I respect your opinion.
Yeah.
Because, and the crazy part, we're fighting about stuff at the end of the day does not matter.
No.
We're not fighting about human rights. We're not fighting about equality. We're not fighting about equal treatment under the law. These are not the fights we're having.
No.
We're having fights.
We didn't flip the script.
Yeah. We're having fights on whether or not you should send your kid to school. That's my choice, though.
Yeah.
The state has given me an option on A, if I want to send my kids to school, or B, if I want to I am exercising the option that I'm given.
That was given to me.
What does that have anything to do with you?
But they're just out here, and I think it just makes me sad. I'm like, why is everybody so mean? Why is no one being kind? I mean, why, I guess, I understand between the pandemic and equality and everything that's going on and police brutality, all of that, I got that, but I'm talking about on the small scale of things, right?
I'm talking about
the small stuff.
Human interaction, kindness to each other. Just, like if what you're, listen, maybe my baby needs to be out of school now. Maybe I need to homeschool. Even people, as far as right now, there are people who are working remotely at home, and there are people who are going back to the office. Like in my situation in August, that's another huge debate that they're having. People are like, why do you want to stay home? Because I'm one of the people that want to stay home. Right. I don't want to go back into the office. Well, that doesn't make any sense, Angela. Why do you want to stay home? Because it's your choice and your option.
Why are we even when they said it to me, I was like, what? Like what is your reasoning? I mean, like for staying home, I'm like, to be honest, I almost answered. Like, legitimately, I was going to give. That's another thing. You don't always have to answer people, by the way.
Yeah, you don't always have to justify your opinion.
You don't have to justify your thought process and what you're doing. You can just do what you want to do. They can question you all day. And I almost caught myself answering, and then I was like, well, here's the thing. That's gonna work for you, and that's what I choose. That's gonna work for me. And I left it, and I left it there because I don't think there was anything else to discuss at that point, you know. And then they were just like weird. I'm like, hello, like you still there? Because I didn't think me wanting to continue to work from home was gonna do something for your life one way or another. Tell me, what is me staying home? What is it gonna do for your life?
Yeah,
how's it help or hindered what you're gonna do for the rest of your life?
How does that enhance your life?
Right.
Or how does that take away from your life?
Exactly.
And I think that's what we are too, because we have, okay, I think I know what it is, and I could be wrong.
Go ahead, go for it.
We got so many people out there afraid to live their own life that they want to live everybody else's.
Wow.
Because they're so afraid to actually live. Because here's the thing, and we've off air, we've joking about this, but like parents who are so involved, that mother who's so involved in her child's life, and you know my favorite line, she need a man. She just need to get a man.
The ones that want the son to pick her over his wife.
Yeah, because
those the one we talking about.
Because if she get a man, she wouldn't have these problems. People who are so judgmental about somebody else's life, when you have your own life, here's the thing. So, if you're a person if you're walking and you see somebody with a car, you look, it's like, yo, I wish I had one of those.
Right.
But when you driving and you driving next to somebody in the car, you don't pay that person no attention.
No.
Because you have a car.
Right.
You have a method of transportation.
Well, let's say, depends on what kind of car it is. You know, folk be like, I wish. You be like,
true.
But you got a car. But she got a Mercedes.
Okay, but you know what that means? She got high insurance payment and a high car payment.
Okay, and it's something that she can afford. You doing what you can afford, she doing what she can afford.
But what happens is, like, so my thing is, if you're so wrapped up in everybody else's life, I'm going to need you to step back for a moment.
And live yours.
Try living yours for a moment. And if yours is not satisfying, change it.
That's all.
Because a lot of the times what happens is that we're unsatisfied with our own lives. We're unsatisfied with our own place. That we want to come out of our life and be so involved in somebody else's life.
Because it's easier.
Yeah. But here's the thing about life, though. Nobody ever said life was easy.
Yeah, but to people, let me tell you what when I think about that. It's
imitation of life.
It's like, no, not even that. But you know how, like, when you
didn't get it, no.
I got it. When people are in corporate America and entrepreneurs, that's another big judgment.
Right.
Why do you know, most people don't want to be entrepreneur sometimes because they take the hit as an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
But if they work for corporate America and something go wrong, they don't take the hit.
Company's hit.
That's a company's hit. That's not theirs, you know? And so that's when you said that, I was thinking about that. Like, sometimes they'd be like, okay, entrepreneur or being in corporate America. But it's easy to be in corporate America so you don't get the hit. So when you ask that question, you know, about them living their life, it's much easier to be involved in somebody else's life because they're not getting a hit. Right. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that person does really is on that person. So, but when it's your life and you got to do it, you're going to take those hits, you know? And so like corporate America, that person wants to be corporate America where they don't want to take no hits. They don't want to be an entrepreneur. They prefer to be in your business than to take care of their solo business themselves. And I think that sometimes is so hard. And I think that we, you know, when you look at it like that, you just like, but it doesn't work.
Yeah.
It none of it work. I wish I could explain this better. I wish it was a better way of explaining.
You're making sense.
It just doesn't work because all you're doing is numbing yourself because sooner or later your life is still going and something's going to happen and you're going to have to deal with whatever you're dealing with.
You know what also trips me out, though? Those same people who, when they get in somebody else's business and then they're told to mind their own business, then they get offended and they start clutching their pearls like you did something to them because you told them. Because I'll be honest, because we were that in that situation. Like we're talking about our nephew, talking about our nieces and nephew with mommy and pop. And because we had the audacity to have that conversation with them, and our mother ever so nicely told us mind our own effing business.
Yes, she did. And we was pissed off.
And we got offended.
We was pissed off.
We were mad for a
minute. Excuse me?
Like, how dare you tell us to mind our business when we telling you how to live your life and you our parent?
Because here's the thing. Because there's some people, and I think, and we're guilty of it, that thought we were helping her. We were saving her from herself.
Right.
We was helping her and dad save them from themselves, and we were helpful, and we were concerned, and no, we was nosy, we was judgmental, and we wasn't minding our business. And I think when it comes to family,
we were a little bitter.
And bitter. And I think when it comes to family, that is one of the most difficult things. We feel, because we're family, that we have the right and audacity to just roll up on our family members and tell them what to do.
Keep
and
it 100.
They should, and keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it real with you, girl. First of all, you'd be like, what? Because it's a twofold thing. Be careful about asking people's opinion, because now you've opened the door up for judgment.
Right.
You've opened the door up for people's opinion, their perspective, and you've opened the door for judgment. But it's them ones that we talking about where my mom and dad didn't ask us nothing.
They didn't ask us
we
nothing.
have no business.
They didn't ask our opinion. They didn't ask us what we thought.
Nothing.
They didn't do a panel.
Nothing. But here we are talking about what they're doing right or wrong and what they should be doing, and not knowing the backstory, not knowing what that my brother and his girlfriend was going through at the time. We just knew they healthy, able-bodied people. So why our parents is doing that?
We had the audacity to call a family meeting to tell them about them.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we did.
Ooh, that was when I tell you, when I apologized to mommy, she was laughing so hard at me. She was like, "Oh, baby, you ain't seen nothing yet. Wait till he start getting old." I was like, "Don't do that. Don't. 3 months is all I can take. My heart can only take these 3 months right now. I'm trying to go month by month, but I can definitely see that if his parents did struggle in any shape or way or form, and their struggle was going to affect him, we stepping in. I can easily see it happening.
But the crazy
Seriously.
part, they ain't necessarily even got to struggle.
This is true.
Yeah, because we got to remember, I looked my son in his face, flat out said my grandson taking karate. Mm-hmm. I didn't ask him.
Yeah.
I didn't ask him if that's something he wanted to do. If that's something he wanted his son in. I flat out told him, my grandson is taking martial arts. I'm going to pay for it.
And that was it.
And like I actually had the right to do that.
And the crazy part about it, what we found ourselves doing now, is thanking them.
Yeah.
Thanking them for allowing us to see, because I think in our mind, in the beginning of this story, we thought that he's our grandson, we the grandparents, we y'all parents, so we got rights. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We tell y'all what to do. But unfortunately, the parents he got, they don't work. They said we have a book. We gonna schedule. We gonna schedule y'all in that.
Parents, let me quickly disabuse you of something. Just because you are a parent does not automatically give you a right to be in your child's life.
Come on.
And you need to understand that.
That's if they're adults.
Yeah, especially if they're kids. Mm-hmm. But it does not, just because you're their parent does not give you the right to automatically be in their life. Mm-hmm. Because it is, especially, once again, it's harder to say that when they're children, of course, they live in your house, but especially when they're adults, they have that choice.
They have a choice.
They don't have to.
They have a choice in the
once they leave your home, they don't have to call you.
Yeah.
They don't have to come see you.
It'd be nice, but they don't have to.
They don't have to do anything for you. They don't have to. If they do it, that's because they choose to.
Yeah.
And swallow your pride and thank them for allowing you to be a part of their life, because they don't have to. Because that's what we did. We had to sit down with our son and his fiance and thank them
Mm-hmm.
for allowing us to be a part of our grandson's life, because they honestly don't have to.
As much as they do, because anytime that we call and be like, hey, what is he doing? Can we get him? They be like, sure, come get him. Or absolutely never like, nah, not today, unless he has something planned. Because seriously, he has a calendar, y'all. He has a calendar.
He's a busy little dude.
He's a busy little baby, because he has a huge family on both sides, and they want to make sure that there's no disagreements and it's just much love all around. And we all love each other, but we had to make sure to say thank you for that, because they could choose to say no. And also, we had to keep our judgments about how they're raising him, what they do with him, what clothes they put on him, socks, sneakers, shirt, whatever they do. We have to keep our judgments to ourselves and respect that, because those are his parents.
Because it's his parents.
Those are his parents.
Yeah, and my thing is, I want to ask the question because somebody out there, this applies to.
Yeah.
It does. And my question to you is, what's your motive? What's your motive behind you being so judgmental? Mm-hmm. You feeling like you have to tell everybody everything and judge everybody and be that person. What is your motive behind it? And if your motive is not pure, stop.
Yeah, please stop.
Just stop.
Just stop. Just please stop. I think that we have to acknowledge and let people do things the way they want to do it, with no judgment, with no criticism, with no slide remarks or anything like that. And that's us. That's, to be honest, that's the Crenshaw's growing.
Yeah. Because
with our children, we the parents, and we think we run the show, and then we got the 4 kids we got. You really ain't running nothing.
Nah,
they'll break you down. These jokers will break you down.
They'll tell you quick, this is our life.
This our life, and that, or they'll be like, if I back in the day when they were younger, I would tell them something, they'd be like, "With Dad, you bored?" Remember they used to tell me all the time, "Is you bored with Daddy?"
Yeah, all the time.
What's happening with Sanchez? Is you bored? I just want to know if you're bored, Mom. Because if not, why is you over here bothering me about this? And they kind of taught us. It was a lesson to teach us about, because each one of our kids were not the same. And I felt like we were being judgmental off of one kid to the another, thinking that we were going to raise them all the same. And it didn't happen that way. And I think that's another thing as parents. Are you being judgmental towards your children because one ain't acting like the other? I didn't know what to put there, baby. What was I supposed to put there? I don't know.
That works.
How you feel about it? So it's just thinking about that. Like, we just need to consider how judgmental we're being, and are we really keeping it real, like you said, or are we just trying to throw our opinion into a situation that has nothing to absolutely do with us? So,
and then also in your judging and being judgmental, mm-hmm. Are you doing that based off your own shortcomings
and your own experiences,
your own insecurities? Mm-hmm. Because a lot of the times what we'll do, especially if somebody comes to us and saying, they want to do this, or, they have this idea, mm-hmm. Or they have this dream, mm-hmm. then we are so quick to try to tear down that person's mm-hmm. dream or tear down what that person's trying to do, mm-hmm. because we can't fathom it. That right there, mm-hmm. in our own mind. We can't see it in our own mind's eye. So because we can't see it in our own mind's eye, then we say, oh, it must not be possible. And so we try to tear everything down because we can't see it in our own mind's eye.
Or check yourself, because you may not even know that you're being judgmental. See, that's another thing, too. You're so busy doing that, you don't even know that you're being judgmental, which is the weirdest thing ever. But you honestly don't know. You honestly thinking you're keeping it real. You honestly think that you're doing some good, So, babe, what's your final words on this tonight? What's your final word? I hope you guys got the aluminum foil and you were able to take something from it. Because it just really bothered me, all this debating that's going on, all this judging people, who's a good parent, who's a bad parent. If you are, and with the mask thing, the reason why I brought it up, because this is what the real discussion is. I wasn't going to say, but the real discussion is, if you're a Christian and you believe God, should you still wear a mask? Because that's what the new judge, that's what the new debate and the new judgment is coming at, that I saw. And so I just wanted to bring that to the table, but because it was crazy. I didn't want to discuss it, but it just hit me. So I said, just say what it is about the mask. But that makes no sense to me, but that's for another day. So what's your final word, baby? What's your final word of the day?
My final thought is really simple. Mm-hmm. Be kind, rewind.
Be kind, rewind.
That's how I'm going to end that.
Yeah, I saw you saw scripture. You was pulling up a scripture?
Yeah, but it's good.
It's good?
Yeah, it's that old Baptist standby.
Please tell me what the old Baptist standby is.
Where I do with it. Hold on.
Is that the one about judging, be not the judge?
Yep.
Okay, what is it? Wait, what is it?
Hold on. What did I do with it?
Judged
I just had it.
Or be not judged.
I just had it. I lost it.
You probably got rid of it.
I think I did. I closed out of it. Hold on for a second. But what is your final thought?
While you're saying be kind, be rewind, people be kind, be mindful, be thoughtful of how you treat people, how you talk to people right now. In this season that we're in right now, we need people that can give kindness and give perspective, not criticism, not judgment. You know, when people are not doing what you believe to be correct, to still, you know, understand the decisions that people are making right now, especially right now in this season. It's very hardcore decisions. You know, it's very serious decisions when it comes to school, masks, going back to work. All of those things are very difficult decisions. You know, even with people, essential workers who've been working, treat them kindly. You know, they come to work every single day trying to make sure that you guys are okay, and we're not treating them kind. And so I'm just done. I'm just done.
Matthew's 7th chapter, verse 1 through 3, the NIV version. Do not judge, or you will be judged. For the same way you judge others, you will be judged. And with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. Why do you look at the speck in the sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? Mm-hmm. So
stay in your house, mind your business.
Mind your business.
Sip your tea and mind
your business.
Your business, people.
Family.
Yes, family.
We thank you so much,
Hopefully you guys got something from that. I know it was a whole lot, but we just really wanted to talk about it.
Something from it.
You took something in the aluminum foil.
So as family, as always, we just thank you guys. We thank you for being a part of what we do.
Yes.
However you listen to us, whether it's on Podbean, whether it's on whether on iTunes, whether it's on Spotify, whether it's on Google Play Music, whether it's on iHeartRadio, whether it's on our own personal website at www.thecrenshawcorner.com. We're on the socials. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. All under Crenshaw Corner.
Rock that list.
We have an email address of thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com.
You don't say the like you used to, don't you?
The Crenshaw Corner at gmail.com. And family, as always, welcome to our journey.
We love you guys. Bye.